Hello and welcome, fellow digital soldiers, to True Reporting. It is the 25th of November, and on today's podcast, I have a good one for you today. Coming at us from 3 days, 3 nights, we see here FISA over impeachment equals supermajority. This thread explores the advantages to @Real Donald Trump of having FISA dropped on the 9th of December to then remove Justice Roberts to ensure a fair impeachment trial if it happens, with the goal to win a supermajority in Congress in 2020. Also, we were talking about running the race, coming at us with an awesome thread saying, I never noticed the whys in General Flynn's tweet. Never, why, Hillary, why? Is the stage set for the drop of the HRC Raw video 5-5? And guys, also we have RBG back in the mix. She's went to the hospital for fever chills. This is barely even in the news, but when our POTUS goes to get a physical, it's all over the news. They're saying he had a heart attack, so on and so forth. It's so biased and gross, but we'll get up to the bottom of it here today. We're gonna go over some memes as well. I got a lot in store for today's podcast, but before we get into it, my friends, just know that tonight from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be having a live call-in show. We're back at that again, and I'm stoked to do it. So make sure you spread that on all social media and come join in on the fun. It's open forum. Guys, before we get into today's podcast, would you please welcome my sponsor, Virtual Shield VPN. Hey guys, I wanted to tell you about my sponsor, Virtual Shield, and what they have to offer for the month of November. For this month until Black Friday, they will be offering a 40% discount on all VPN plans. Do you think your phone is secure, or your contact list, or emails, or even your desktop or laptop? They're not. And to keep it secure, you can go to virtualshield.com and click on the 30-day free trial. Here, I'll show you how it works. As you can see, my IP address is right here. But once I connect to Virtual Shield, it completely changes my IP address, thus keeping it secured and safe from anyone with prying eyes trying to get into my information. So remember guys, go to virtualshield.com/TRU for a 40% discount today. Thanks guys, and enjoy the podcast. All right, guys, welcome aboard. Before we get into today's podcast, would you please go ahead and subscribe to True Reporting 2.0? All you have to do is go into the search bar on YouTube, type in True Reporting 2.0, and click subscribe. Also, please go ahead and click the notification bell so when I post to this channel, you'll be the first to know. And finally, my friends, would you go ahead and click the like button? The more likes that this video receives, the more times it is recommended to other people, thus more eyes on the truth. With that being said, my friends, let's go ahead and hop into it. This is True Reporting. So, my friends, we see here this thread explores the advantages to the @Real Donald Trump of having FISA dropped on the 9th of December. Guys, this is 2 weeks away, a little over, to then remove Justice Roberts, who is crooked as can be, to ensure a fair impeachment trial if it happens, which I don't believe it will, with the goal to win a supermajority in Congress for 2020. FISA is coming. Pain is coming. Horowitz to testify on the 11th of December. Senator Graham said FISA will drop on 12/9, just minutes after the post 3612 gave him a green light. Post 2583 from the 11th of December of last year mentions Graham at a 1-year delta less than 2 days. Unbelievable. If you do not believe in the boards, if you do not believe in 17, you may be lost as of now. 12/9, Graham said the OIG Horowitz will testify about FISA to the Senate on the 11th of December. And we could see here, IG Michael Horowitz will testify for the FISA report to the Senate on December 11th. This is from November 18th, 2019. The Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Lindsey Graham has announced that the Inspector General Michael Horowitz will testify about the 500-plus page FISA report on Wednesday, December 11th, 2019. Then we see here, civilians could serve on a military tribunals, December 11th, 2018. A 1-year delta, my friends. Think Graham-Kavanaugh exchange. Massive. And finally, we see here, Time for Senator Graham, chair of the Senate Committee on the Judiciary, to act. Chairman Graham, it's time. Senate was the target, November 20th, 2019. So everything looks to be going according to plan. It's moving swiftly, guys. Merry Christmas equals impeachment gift. Schiff just finished his impeachment hoax. Next, Nadler and the House Judiciary will draft fake articles of impeachment. Then hopefully Pelosi will have a formal House vote. We want every Democrat on record voting for it. Let's hope it happens. Season's greetings, treason's greetings. I like every moment of this. The Chief Justice presides over impeachment trials. Will Chief Justice Roberts, who is not who we think he is, he's a Republican, but he basically leans completely left, put in there by God knows who, is to be forced to resign after the FISA drops because he signed off on the entire corrupt FISA court that allowed our citizens to be illegally spied upon. That's treason, my friends. He will be fired, kicked off the Supreme Court, and then we will bring in another one, which will be abides by the Constitution. Then RBG, who is, in my opinion, has already kicked the bucket months ago, and she'll be gone. So we will have full control of the Supreme Court. Will Justice Thomas become the new Chief Justice? Very huge, my friends. Congress adjourns 12/13/19. Congress adjourns on the 13th of December, but the government is only funded through 12/20. And we have that pesky impeachment vote. I wish the two houses would disagree on the adjournment dates for 3+ days so Trump can make recess appointments to replace Roberts and RBG. Oh my God, it may come in, right? Mitch McConnell, the Senate Republican. What is a pro forma session? A pro forma session is when just one or two members of the Senate get together for a few minutes on a single day to, in quote, act. The Senate was in session that day. No actual business conducted. McConnell runs the schedule. Article 1, Section 5 of the Constitution, the legal purpose of each pro forma session is to meet the requirements of Article 1, Section 5 of the Constitution, which prohibits either Chamber of Congress from adjourning for more than 3 consecutive days without the consent of the other chamber. The practical purpose of a pro forma session is to stop the president from making, in quote, recess appointments to positions requiring Senate approval, like the Supreme Court. While the Senate is in recess, pro forma sessions keep the Senate in a perpetual state of being in session, which blocks the president. What is a recess appointment? A recess appointment is when the president makes a temporary appointment that would normally require advanced Senate approval. But since the Senate is in, quote, recess, the president is allowed to offer a temporary commission. Any recess appointment by the president will last until the end of the next full annual session of the Senate, usually about 1 year. Then the Senate can finally vote to confirm or reject the temporary commission. Silent senators, the best part of any impeachment trial is that senators are jurors and must remain silent for 8 to 10 week trial. Dem senators can't campaign for president because they must be present 6 days per week around January through March. No Iowa caucus, no Super Tuesday. It's genius. He's blocking them. Nothing can stop what is coming. If an impeachment trial happens, Trump can subpoena any fact witness, such as HRC, Barack Hussein Obama. We have James Comey, John Brennan, James Clapper, Loretta Lynch, so on and so forth. All these people will be going down. With or without a trial, it all comes out next year with Durham, and I guarantee you it will be at the beginning of the year, right? Between March and April. The Senate is safe. It takes 67 votes in the Senate to impeach. It's impossible. Let's look at the 13 GOP senators that were so compromised that they were forced to confirm John Brennan as CA director in 2013. Each is now controlled: Graham, Rubio, or retired no name Flake. How did Trump know which GOP senators were compromised? Convert the black hats into red hats to serve the white hats. Wow. Brennan is in the wrong place at the wrong time. What are the odds Brennan would become deputy executive director at the CA in 2001, months before 9/11? What are the odds Brennan would become CA director in 2013, months before Snowden hacked the NSA to harm them while helping the CA? Impeach, impeach. Kim Clement gave us his, in quote, impeach prophecy from God about Trump in 2014. At the same time in 2014, General Flynn, who we will discuss later, my friends, it is huge, DIA and Admiral Rogers, NSA, were both supernaturally placed in charge of intel to come up with the plan. Thank God. And you can watch that video. I'm not going to play it here today, but this is from February 22nd of 2014. And I'll leave it in the description box below. In it to Flynn it. HRC's illegal server was hacked in the summer of 2014. Flynn left the DIA in August of 2014 to form the Flynn Intel Group. Did Flynn play the game to stay in power under Obama until our military had evidence of HRC's treason? 17 rather. Flynn knows where the bodies are buried. So does Giuliani, my friends. Was Trump the bait? What if our military was already legally watching in the kill box them in 2015, and they knew No Name was going to use Russia to frame Trump in 2015? June of 2015, Trump announces run. October of 2015, No Name creates the dossier. December of 2015, Flynn eats dinner with Putin as Russia bait. Golden escalator ride. The surreal day Trump kicked off his bid for president. As we could see here, Trump coming down the escalator, General Flynn right there, and No Name with his daughter. HRC took the bait. February 2016, Jeb surrenders after spending the most. March 2016, Podesta hacked. When did he know? March 2016, Carter Page planted into Trump's campaign. April 2016, HRC hires Fusion GPS to take over the dossier. By April 2016, HRC knows it is down to her and Trump. One crazy month. July 2nd of 2016, FBI Anon posts on 4chan. July 5th, 2016, Comey, in quote, no reasonable prosecutor would take the case against HRC. Did he fear Arkansas? July 10th of 2016, SR killed. July 12th of 2016, Bernie surrenders. July 22nd of 2016, WikiLeaks publishes the DNC hack. FBI's Comey says no reasonable prosecutor would bring a case against Clinton for emails. So corrupt. And then we see SR here. Then we see Bernie Sanders endorses Hillary Clinton. He surrenders. Then Julian Assange, WikiLeaks drops the DNC hack. October surprise. On October 7, 2016, all the Dems can find to damage Trump is a crude, you-know-what remark from a decade ago. Just 30 minutes later, WikiLeaks drops the Podesta you-know-what emails. Was this a threat from our military to warn Obama to stand down during the election or else? Democrats 2020, the proud party of pizza and hot dogs. Did Comey become a red hat? October 28th of 2016, Comey suddenly reopens the server case against HRC that was illegally closed after Loretta Lynch met with BC, Bill Clinton, earlier in the summer at the Phoenix Airport tarmac event. The 17 post 3603 shows a video that implies this legal act helped Trump. Did Comey flip? Glenn Beck reveals bombshell audio from Ukraine that repudiates impeachment narratives. This is from a couple days ago, rather. Phones were present. FISA goes both ways. Information warfare. Carter Page, FISA. FISA allows for two-hop spying. Basically, all your contacts and their contacts. Comey signed off on the October 2016, January 2017, and April of 2017 FISAs on Carter Page. Rod Rosenstein signed the July 2017 FISA. Since Trump was within one hop, all his contacts could be spied on. Look at that face. FISA goes both ways. If Comey and Rod Rosenstein became red hats to lower their sentences, then what if Trump let the FISA warrants continue on himself in 2017 so he could legally use it to spy on them? Every time Trump tweeted about someone, they could be legally spied on with one hop. Back to the future. Regardless of whether Comey or Rod Rosenstein flipped, FISA exposed the corrupt police state managed by our FB you-know-what, Comey and C.A. Brennan and DNI Clapper. It is also exposing the seditious treason of the MSM, just in time to force their hand during the 2020 trials. Now onto the supermajority. The reason the plan has taken so long is simple. The real goal is to win a supermajority in Congress in 2020, so real legislative changes can happen. Absolutely, it cannot be blocked any further. Term limits, voter ID, tax audits, immigration laws, balanced budgets, SES dismantling, federal restructure, etc. Keep America great. Cyber, land, air, sea, and space. Military is the only way. And guys, this just makes so much sense. I mean, they have to get the majority in Congress so then they can just set everything straight. They get Congress, they get the Supreme Court. It's a lock, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Roberts will be out, and then RBG, I believe, has kicked the bucket months ago. We're seeing some sort of clone or body double. I don't know what it is. It's very strange, but we will have it all locked. Not with just people who are Republicans, because there's rhinos out there, but people who actually love this country and abide by the Constitution. We will turn this around 180 degrees here very shortly. Let's move on to running the race for the next Twitter thread. So from running the race, please follow at @ToRunTheRace, and also please follow 3 days, 3 nights on Twitter. I've never noticed the Y's in General Flynn's tweet. Never why Hillary why. Is the stage set for a drop of HRC plus, and then 5 more pluses? Raw video 5x5. We have it all. Stage is set. Wiener laptop at General Flynn at Real Donald Trump. Then we could see here, General Flynn was targeted and silenced because he knew too much. Targeted and silenced gag for a reason. Pain is coming. Unbelievable. This is the post. This is an actual post from General Flynn. Retweet spirit cooking with never why Hillary why. Drain the swamp NYPD. Ready to make arrest in the Wiener case. Wow. If you have not seen that, that's pretty mind-blowing, right? Then we see here the stage is set for the drop of an HRC raw video. This is from March 6th of 2018, guys. Almost 2 years ago. Then we see here 5x5 clock activated stringer. Clock activated red castle, green castle. Stage 5x5, and then there's that Y again. Players in the drop HRC. And there was this tweet that had now been deleted of November 2nd, 2016. You decide. The NYPD blows the whistle on the new Hillary emails, money laundering, sex crimes with children, etc. Must read. So we can check this out real quick. Bombshell breaking. NYPD blows the whistle on new Hillary emails. Also says here that money laundering, sex crimes with children, child exploitation, pay to play perjury from November 2nd, 2016. And then after publishing of this blockbuster, other facts from the case have also been confirmed. Jeffrey, detailed in his original story, was arrested for alleged sex crimes. We see where we are with that. January 31st of 2017, Anthony Weiner got slapped with federal child you-know-what probe. May 3rd of 2017, Comey, top Clinton aide Uma Abedin, forwarded classified information to Anthony Weiner. June 2018, the U.S. Inspector General reported the FBI corruption confirms evidence of sex crimes against children contained in the Hillary-linked emails. Wow. Hillary is under investigation for money laundering and a pay-to-play scheme with Uranium One and more. Weiner served in federal prison for sexual crimes with a minor. The New York Police Department detectives and prosecutors worked an alleged underage sexting case against former Congressman Anthony Weiner, have turned over a newly found laptop he shared with wife Uma Abedin to the FBI with enough evidence to put Hillary Clinton and her crew away for life. The NYPD sources told True Pundit. NYPD sources said Clinton's crew also included several unnamed yet implicated members of Congress in addition to her aides and insiders. Absolutely massive, guys. Then we can see here, you decide. When you look into this and there's sex crimes with children, and this is going right back to HRC, Uma Abedin, and Anthony Weiner, so many more because they're all blackmailed. Flynn knows the truth. When will we listen? We will listen. He had a gag order placed on him, and we're going to get into that right now with some memes. So let's check these out. All right, guys, from Candace Owens, Trump goes to the medical center for a physical. The Democrats, he's got a mystery illness. He's deteriorating. Ruth Bader Ginsburg gets hospitalized for the 97th time this year. Democrats, she's perfectly healthy, enough to keep serving. Leave her be. Yeah, right. From David A. Clark Jr., notice how every time Justice Ginsburg gets hospitalized, liberal media sources always put it in the headline, expected to be released in quotes. They always post that she'll be expected to be released. Did the doctors say that? They usually don't. That's said to calm the fears of the left. Absolutely. And she was hospitalized for fever and chills. From 3 Days, 3 Nights, we see here, Horowitz, the Pfizer report isn't about arrests. He has limited rights outside the DOJ. It's about pointing to where the main treason occurred, the CA. Huber and Durham are handling the criminal referrals. Order is always this: expose, remove, arrest. End of an era. You know who. Is the government shutdown planned for 12/20/19? The easiest way for Trump to remove the SES scum, which is very hard to do, and downsize government, is an RIF during a shutdown. Last year, Trump shut down the government on 12/22/18. This was 17's one-year delta less than 2 days on 12/20/19. There's always that 2-day gap. The government is funded through, wait for it, 12/20/19, a 1-year delta. This is another 17 proof. And guys, we have here, this really resonated with me. When you follow the crowd, you lose yourself. But when you follow your soul, you will lose the crowd. Eventually, your soul tribe will appear. Do not fear the process of solitude, as we all have. But guess what? Our soul tribe will appear. We all come together with these call-in shows. We all come together with talking on the internet and putting out truth on Facebook and Google and YouTube and Twitter and so on and so forth. We're all doing our part in this, guys. And that's why I invite you onto my platform, because my platform is your platform. See, this is mind-blowing, guys. Truth alert. The statement I've made several times of having an insurance policy, which I believe is a dead man switch, and you'll find out why, if thrown under a bus, is sarcastic and related to the files in my safe about the Biden's family for decades monetizing of his office. If I disappear, it will appear immediately along with my RICO chart. So if he goes missing, if anything happens to Rudy, he will drop a dead man switch, exposing Biden family's 4-decade monetizing of his office, right? They are so crooked. And finally, from Jordan Sather, please follow him at Jordan_Sather_. No celebrities are trying to shine the light on the crimes surrounding Mr. Epstein and his situation. Yet they were such champions for the Me Too movement. Chaos. This is very interesting. My friends, if you found this podcast informative and you enjoyed it, a lot of information in it, please subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Twitter at TRUreporting. Don't forget to leave a like. You can donate to this channel and keep it afloat. You are the life source of it by going to my PayPal, Patreon. We have a P.O. box and also True Reporting merch. Guys, please know that God is in control. Take care of your families. I hope you enjoy your Thanksgiving. That's coming up. I'll see you before then. And remember, tonight from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be having a live call-in show to discuss all of the above. It is open forum. Guys, have a wonderful afternoon, and I will talk to you all very soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.